Animal Legends. Tio here. Having some Christmas soda. I made a commentary like years ago, maybe 2-3 years ago even. 2-3 years ago. It was a Christmas after Modern Warfare 3 was released. That was 2 years ago, I think. Yeah, 2 years ago. I think it was whatever. And I made this commentary. I called it Christmas. And in that commentary, I talked about this Christmas soda. I don't know why I'm mentioning this. I'm just to those who were around back then. I bet you remember that. Actually, you probably don't. What I said about it was that we have this soda that only comes at Christmas, and it's called Christmas soda, basically. What my dad usually calls it, and this is what I said in that commentary as well. He says Christmas have to, because it's called julmust, spelt. It's basically jul, which is Christmas, and then must, which is basically soda, to simplify it. But what he does is he translates. He must is spelled must, so he calls it Christmas have to, because must is to have to. He's a clever one, my father. Let me know if you remember that. Most of you would probably be lying, but I linked the commentary from that day in the description. Anyway, I was in the hospital Friday to Saturday, and I kind of talked about it a little on Facebook and on Twitter. And yesterday I put up a video, and I said I'm back. And you guys said you wanted me to tell about the hospital, why I was there, what happened to my knee. So that's what I'm gonna do here. That's what I'm gonna do. Oh my god, Christmas must. I mean, this thing comes out during Christmas, where it's called Christmas soda basically, and it comes out during Easter, where it's called Easter soda, and it's the same thing both times. It's the exact same soda, but that's the only times of the year where they start selling this, and it's so good. I love it. That makes the taste like Christmas. It tastes like Christmas. I drink this and I know it's Christmas. Christmas is here. It's December. Anyway, I'm gonna start off like 2 weeks ago. I was in London. Feels like the last 2 or 3 commentaries I've always talked a little about London, but I'm sorry. I was in London and I got sick. Not seriously sick, but I got this cold, pretty serious cold. A slight fever some nights, but mostly it was just this. You know how you get this it feels like there's a razor in your throat, and every time you swallow, it's like, and it just hurts, and it's just horrible. That's basically what I had. It hurt like a bitch in my throat, and that was it. I get home from London and it's still there, and it stays for about a week, but I keep doing what I do because it's not that bad. It's just there. It's just a cold, I'm thinking. And this, to put it in perspective of where we are now, this cold, this throat thing ended maybe 4 or 5 days ago. But anyway, I keep going. Roughly a week ago or so, I start feeling this pain right above my right knee. And I figure that, maybe I've walked too much. I walk a lot during my days at work and stuff. So maybe I've sprained it. Maybe I figure it's just an ordinary pain that you usually get in bones. Maybe I had worked it or whatever. Överansträngt. Maybe I'd walked too much. No, I don't know. I figured it was related to that, and I just kept going. And sometimes it even got as bad that I kind of I had this, what do you call it, a limp. I said, is it called a limp? Basically, I haltade. I'm fucking Swedish. I had this limp. But sometimes it got as bad as me walking around, and it really hurt. But sometimes it was good, and I kept going with it. And then this was maybe 5 days ago now. I got these red dots all over my legs. Really intense red as well. It started off kind of mostly on my left leg, on the feet, up, just on the legs though. It didn't go higher or anything. And I show my dad and mom and dad this, and they say, that maybe it's lice. And the thing is, it wasn't itching, but we assumed it was lice. What else? We didn't really know. So we were gonna call the extermination the extermination crew or whatever, the guys who come and exterminate the insects. They were gonna come here and they were gonna, you know, help us out, do what they do to get the lice away. Because my dad said that they have a lot of lice in England, so he said it was pretty possible that that's why. But we assumed it was lice, and I assumed this throat thing I had, the knee thing, and the red spots, I assumed they were not connected to each other at all. But then on Friday, I wake up and the pain in the knee has gotten a lot worse. It's really swollen. It looks like, I don't know what it looks like, but my knee, you can't see my knee because it's so swollen. And but I went to work anyway. Like, I warmed up my knee and it felt pretty good, and I went to work. During the day it got a lot worse, and eventually I go home, and it takes me like, it should take me like 10 minutes from where I was, but it took me half an hour just because I was literally walking as slow as a sloth. Probably not literally then, but I was walking super slow. I was taking like one step. Every step felt like someone was sticking a bunch of like the Hulk was squeezing my knee. Like, it was so painful, and I was trying to get home, and I called my sister-in-law, I guess, my brother's wife. I called her and talked to her about it while heading home, and it was so painful. Eventually I get home and I can't even walk. Like, I laid down and I couldn't even walk, and my dad calls the hospital, and we get a time and to meet them, and he basically carries me to the hospital. We take a taxi, even though it was like 200 meters away, but not 200, maybe 500 meters, but we take a taxi just because I can't walk. Carries me in. Basically, what happened was, all of these things are connected. It's a really, really rare thing. I don't know what to call it. It doesn't feel like a disease, but it's all connected. The funny thing is, a friend of mine had it like half a year ago. And before I had come to the hospital, when I was talking to my sister-in-law, she had told me, like, you know what, it sounds like what blah 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 had. I was like, yeah, it kind of does. And he texted me the name of it, and before the doctor had said anything, I showed the text to my dad, and he reads it out, and the doctor goes, yeah, that's what I think it is. But the doctor tells us, go to the ER. So we go to the ER. They take a bunch of blood. I get to piss in a jar. It's great. You know, and I get to stay there over the night. And the reason I pissed in a jar is because they say that apparently the kidneys could be involved in some rare cases. They could be damaged. So stay the night, and then on Saturday evening, they're like, okay, you can go home. Now I'm home, and I'm supposed to stay home for 2 weeks. And that's how it is. And I'll be returning to the hospital to do some more tests in about a month, because they think that they want to double check that. They want to make sure that my kidney's okay. And that's basically what I have. If you want a name of it, you're not going to be able to spell this. It's something, kind of sounds Latin. Henoch, Schönlein, Purpura. Good luck spelling that. That's basically what I have. The doctor gave me a paper, she signed it, and now I'm supposed to stay home for 2 weeks and not go to work and stuff. And that's what I'm doing. And that's what I have. I thought you guys wanted to know. And that's about it. Now I'm pretty excited. I totally forgot about it, but China Rising, the DLC expansion pack, comes out in like 5 hours, I think, for Battlefield 4. So I'm going to be playing that, and that's going to be fun. And that's my life right now. I wish you all a very Merry Christmas. Me and my soda here, Christmas soda, we're having a good time. And I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow's video is going to rock, by the way. You guys are gonna, when seeing the title, you'll be like, oh my god, it's what? And then we'll see what you think about the actual video. So yeah, I'll see you then. Goodbye.